If you've got team members consistently focusing on the wrong things, overstepping boundaries, or underperforming, I've got bad news for you. It's not their fault. It's yours. And that's because you haven't made their role clear. In the early days at Ramsey, one of my good friends, Dan Miller, taught me a concept called Key Results Areas, KRAs. In a sense, it's a job description, but it's more of a metric to tell if you're winning. Today, one of my leaders, John Felkins, is going to walk you through exactly how we use KRAs in my business and how it can work on any team, no matter the size.
Thanks, Dave. If you've ever felt frustration where a team member just didn't seem to get it, you're not alone. But the problem usually isn't that they don't care. It's that they're confused. They don't know what they're actually responsible for, what they should be focusing on, or what winning looks like in their role. So they stay busy, but they're not always effective. And when roles are unclear, it creates more problems for everyone. But one tool we've implemented at Ramsey that's made a huge difference in solving this problem is a KRA. That stands for Key Results Area. It's basically an outcome-focused job description. KRAs provide a clear definition of how to win in a role. They remove the guesswork for both the team member and the leaders. A brief comparison is a job description equals tasks and inputs. A KRA equals results and outputs. So what does this actually look like? Well, let's do an example. For title, we might say sales leader. Then we have the summary. This is why the role exists. This should be outcomes-based, not task-based. For our example, for a sales leader, their KRA summary might be having a motivated team. Next are the key results areas. This is a list of 2 to 4 areas of responsibility in a few words. These are the big things they'll focus on. For our example, maybe it's maintain a personal book of business. Next up is what winning looks like. This defines success in clear terms. One sentence is enough. Maybe this is consistently meeting personal revenue and crushing goals. Don't be afraid to put actual numbers in here if that's helpful. And last, what it's going to take. Under each winning statement, list 3 to 5 actions needed to succeed in that area. Keep it simple. Maybe it's maintain high call activity, nurture strategic partnerships, or have a high close rate. All right, just like that, we've got the first draft of a KRA. Your next step is to sit down with each team member and walk through their KRA to make sure they understand it. If this is a new role, you'll get their feedback on what needs to be added, deleted, or clarified. But if this is an established role, you can just walk them through it to make sure they understand. Once the KRA is finalized, you and the team member should both sign and date it. Their signature says, I understand what I'm responsible for, and I own these results. And your signature as the leader says, I agree with how this role supports the business and how I'll hold you accountable to these results. Okay, now that we've got the basic blueprint for a KRA, I've got 3 simple guidelines to make sure you get the most out of using them, and it's not just more paperwork to keep up with. First, keep a KRA to 1 page. It's not a 5-year vision or a 5-page growth plan. It's a simple and memorable flyover of a team member's main responsibilities and what winning looks like for their role. If it's longer than 1 page, no one will use it, so keep it simple. Secondly, make KRAs realistic, not idealistic. A KRA should represent what one person can realistically do in 1 week. If the role requires superhuman energy, constant overtime, or someone doing 3 people's jobs at once, that's a problem. KRAs force honest conversations about what's fair to expect, which helps avoid frustrations on both sides. Third, use KRAs regularly and keep them updated. These aren't set it and forget it documents. You should revisit KRAs at least annually or anytime a role changes to avoid role creep, which is when a role gets too big or becomes a whole nother role altogether. This happens because good people keep saying yes to opportunity. Their responsibilities will pile up, and no one will end up remembering what the original role was about in the first place. Before long, everyone's frustrated and performance drops. But nobody knows why. KRAs give you that reset button to help you see any changes that need to be made. If you've never done a KRA before and you're thinking, there's no way I can do this for everybody on my team, take a deep breath. Just start with the people who report directly to you, and then let it trickle down to the whole organization. You don't have to solve this all at once. When KRAs are done well, expectations are clear. People know what to do, and you don't have to micromanage. That's how you build a team that wins.
If you want help creating KRAs for your team, get your free template by going to EntreLeadership.com/KRA or click the link in the show notes. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave Ramsey, and this is EntreLeadership.